Okay, let me try it one more time. Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, fantastic. So thank you so much. We are a technology company and we have a technology challenge. They're still not able to get my slides up here. But that's okay. We'll keep going here till the slides come up. But well, what a wonderful sessions. I mean, I've been hearing this from morning. The theme, as you hear it, it is technology, the revolution, how it can actually help the organization. And every time I come to this session, I think, I've heard this enough. I've done this for 28 years in my life, being in education technology. But every time I come up here, I learn something new. And it is, the way you think about education, the way you think about technology, the challenges that you have with adopting this. So I'm Chairman and CEO of Talisma, owner of Talisma, and I am your technology partner, right? You think of me as your technology partner in fulfilling some of those gaps that you probably have as a challenge. So we have obviously, just give me a signal when the slides are up, guys. Somebody from there, Rohit or someone. So we are out here looking at ways how we can address these technology challenges. So let's kind of think broadly. What are the technology challenges that we think are going to come up? So let me ask the question from you. I'm asking, right? When I think about AI, what do you think, what is the example of AI that you can give me? Anyone? An AI that you are using, or AI that you think is going to solve your problem? Teaching assistants for AI, okay, that's excellent. What else? Simulation? Virtual labs, fantastic. Sorry? Credit card approval, okay, I don't know if it's applicable to education, but sure. They all need it. Gamification, okay, related to learning. Somebody, the one student up there is waving a hand. Okay, go ahead. Research. Okay, fantastic. Research, copywriting. Okay, that's another way to think about it. You said language translation. Fantastic. Learning companion. Okay, that's even better. So learning evaluation. Customized with learning path. All brilliant. And every one of these, what you just said, is true. Either it is happened, or is on the way. Right? It is, and this is the reality, and we know that's the reality. So we are obviously in the forefront of technology. We are actually involved very deeply in working with the AI and how AI can actually solve some of these problems. One of the solutions that we have thought about, it actually solving the problem of employability. Okay, so I'm hearing about careers and jobs and how this can do. So we've been struggling to understand, okay, what do we do? I mean, how are we thinking about this? Has been my 2-year passion of saying, enough of us complaining about jobs, students don't get jobs. Because ultimately what is happening is, if you think about a 3-year degree program, so let's leave the engineering side up for a bit. You think about a BA, BCom, BBM, BSc, you think about all these people coming out of this institution. What percentage of people do you think are ready for employment? Again, this is data that is I am reading, but I can't substantiate that other than the fact that I've read it. Okay, that's great. Slides are up. I love that. So what do you think is the data? It's 12%. Okay? So now, what is interesting is, if you look up online on the job portals, and these are job portals that you are well familiar of, Naukris, Monsters, you think there are tens of these job portals. And if you look at how many jobs are available in India today as it exists, how much you would think would be there? Anyone? Anyone? Just take a guess. 2.5 million, which is about, let's say, 25 lakh jobs. Okay? Anybody else? Any number is okay. Just give a number. How many jobs you think are existing today, as you see in that, which is listed jobs. I'm not talking about not listed jobs in India. Come on, you should be able to say a number. 5 million, which is 50 lakhs. Okay, I'm going to give you a number that may be staggering to you. There are 5 crore jobs. Okay? I mean, yeah, are there some duplication? Probably. Take another 20% off, but that's the listed jobs, right? And why are students not getting jobs then? That was the problem statement that I started thinking. This is where we started from. We said, why are students not getting jobs? So let's forget about the idea that the jobs don't exist. Let's say those jobs exist, and why are these students not ready for the job? So we have started by going through this process, and let me, can we go to the next slide? I don't have a clicker, guys. Somebody move the slide, please. Is there a clicker for me? I can use that. So these are the various problem statements. I was talking about this a little bit. These are the various problem statements that we thought where technology can actually play an important role. Anytime, anywhere education, I think you talked about this a little bit. People have referred to that. Effectively, this is how technology can play a role, AR, VR, all of that thing. I'm not going to cover all this. I'm going to focus on employability. But I'll be happy to talk about any one of these topics. If you ever are interested, please talk to me. I can talk to you about any one of these topics. Each of it can be a day of conversation because there is enough going on in each of these areas. And you will see the impact of this coming here. Okay, and for those of you who don't know who Talisma is, we've been around for 20 plus years. We've worked across all of these, 5,000 universities globally and all that. And we have partnerships. I mean, if you heard of Blackboard product as a LMS or any of these products, we work very closely with them. So we are your solution, technology solution partners for education. So let's start from here. So you think about a student journey, and you think every institution, ultimately, the core of every institution is a student, right? The heart of everything we do should be about the student. And if you think from the student journey standpoint, employability typically start as the end of this thing, right? You think employment is the end goal of this. You never think employability can be the starting goal of this. Everybody thinks about a job only after finishing a 3-year, 4-year program. They're not thinking about a job when they came and joined the institution. So we have thought about this differently. And of course, we can have solutions that cater to all that. So for this discussion, I have 5 minutes here. So let me focus on something very, very interesting. And this is data. I'm going to give you data, right? So, if you look, we just looked at BCom. And again, this is based on data that we have. We have looked at crores of jobs that's available. We have built our own AI large language model that analyzes all these jobs, and builds up a skill database, right? It says, what are the skills that all these jobs are actually bringing you on? And then we actually go work with institutions. And this is, by institution, this has to be implemented. This is not a common thing. A BCom in Mumbai University is different from BCom in Bangalore University, is different from BCom in NMIMS. So they're all different. So you have to look at the electives, you have to look at that. So you put those into this and say what skills you're actually able to get through that. And you map those skills, again, the skill repository based on context. That means based on the jobs in the field of commerce, field of finance, what skills they're looking for and what skills you are actually providing to the student. We do that as a skill gap, right? And we identify the skill gap and then provide the student to actually go in there and make an employment pathway. What does it mean? It means the student who's in a finance student, let's say you're a BCom student, you decide, listen, I want to do a job, I want to do this job as a financial analyst, and I think I should be in Bangalore, I want to earn 5 lakh rupee, and you're choosing this. You're kind of creating a pathway for yourself and saying, this is what I want to get. What do I need to do? It actually tells you, you need to add, other than what you're learning in your college, you need to add these 3 skills. And you actually will get a job. You like that? Okay, give me a round of applause for that, please. Because that is solving a real problem, isn't it? So we have actually, so this is one of the data. And you look at, there are 11 lakh new graduates of BCom that come out every year, pan-India, and there are 11 lakh jobs available. You would think everyone should actually be able to get a job. There's actually jobs available. I'm not making those jobs up. It's all available. You can go search online, you will find all these jobs. Right? There are 11 lakh jobs available, 11 lakh students come out of the institution. Where is this job issue? It's not the job issue. It's not they actually don't have the delta skills required to go do the job. And we should be telling them that when they join, not when they pass. So that is the model. You need to create a pathway for them through the years and drive them towards what we call as an employment, and how do you drive that problem statement. So that's the beauty of what we have created, right? And we have called the product Jeevika. Anybody can tell me the meaning of what Jeevika means? Absolutely. So we said this is a problem that we're solving for India, and I think I can connect the best with a name called Jeevika. So that's our product name. And again, you can look that up. So here are the things that it does, and it's something very interesting, right? This is not something that you come there once, look this up and say, okay, now I know I need these 3 skills. Nothing is stationary in the world. You are joined the year 1, there are these 3-4 skills missing. Guess what? It's moving. Industry keeps moving, jobs keeps moving, skills keeps moving, and so does our system. It continuously keeps churning the data and keeps telling you what are the new skills coming in. So what's the advantage of this for an institution? You also know the pedagogy adjustments that you need to do, what skills are moving, what industries are looking. You can actually start to look at that from an institution standpoint. So that's for the student standpoint, they're actually thinking of this saying, wow, well, I like this job. I kind of see where I'm getting there. I see how ready I am. And in fact, we actually give you what is called as an employment index, which the student is looking at. I'm 60% ready for a job in Ernst & Young. I'm 70% ready for a job in JP Morgan. I'm 50% ready for a job in some other. So I'm actually knowing what my readiness index. So the closer you get to this, let's say you achieve a 90% plus, you can now say, okay, just apply for the job. And all it takes is click a button. It creates a profile of the student specific to the job and sends it for the job. Right? And so that is personalization for a student for employability. That's solving a problem. Right? So that's the beauty. And we call that as an employability portal. That's a Jeevika. And of course, these are slices. I mean, we do all of this. I just talked about one slab of this overall solution stack that we provide to institutions, whether it is a learning management, learning marketplace. We do work with global organizations to bring in their content here. But I think there are tons of players who actually provide content. So we're not even as much worried about where you will get those skills. How do you make sure those skills are actually trained? Government actually provides a lot of skills now. Swayam portal and everything is available. Institutions have signed up, Coursera's of the world. There's so many places where you can get those skills. Most people don't know what skill to take. That is where the problem is. Right? I don't know, anybody from Tamil Nadu here? Have you heard of the program called Nal Madhuvan? So I think somebody, we're talking about Nal Madhuvan program. They said, every student is required to do 2 skills, and they're all doing it. For what? I mean, what are you going to get with that? Well, we'll sort that out later. Let's do the skills first. No, you got to do the other way around. You first need to understand where the jobs are, and then you need to do the skills that is required for the job. So that's in a nutshell. And of course, we work with several institutions, pan-India, and it's what we do. I'm going to stick to my time so that others can do theirs. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. And my team's here. I'm here, happy to talk to you, learn more from you. I'm not here to sell anything. I'm here to say AI, technology, and all these platforms can be a great way to solve some of the largest problems that exist for us in India, and we have to build Indianized solutions to solve Indian problems. Thank you. Appreciate your time.